All right,
We
there it
live.
is. There it is. We back. We live, fellas.
Yep, yep.
What's going on, everyone? It's your boy CJ, Mr. Get Off Your Chest podcast, back with another episode of Sports Talk. I got the fellas with me. Brothers, go ahead and introduce yourselves.
You already know what it is. It's your boy Rhino. Get it off your chest podcast. Hey, sports talk, man. We out here. Go Niners.
Big B in the building. Go Chiefs.
And it is. I'm waiting on two more, but you know what? The show must go on. You know, they come late, but hey, like I said, the show must go on. But I'm gonna ask you, fellas, how are you fellas doing today? How was y'all day? How did everything go for y'all?
Man, it's been going good, man. Just another day. Just trying to become a better teacher every inch of the way. It's just gonna be some bumps and bruises, and I know I can do it. I know I'm capable. I'm capable of, and gonna keep pushing.
Okay.
Keep on grinding.
Just trying to fight this cold, man. Just try to get through it. So I
You,
chilled today.
Oof.
you sound like you got a cold, man. Did you get you some rest, man? You drink a hot toddy, man?
I sure did.
Get another one.
That's
Now let's
good.
do one tonight too.
What's going on? What's going on, Mr. James? Mr. James is in the building. We got some good topics, you know what I'm saying? Before I get too deep into some serious one, I wanna wait, to the other fellas jump in, but if they don't jump in, fuck it, we just gonna ride with it. But I got I got that's why I write down a lot. Cause I got some swing shit just up until then. I cussed after 2 minutes, so you can use that. Let me see. This is what I got for y'all. Matter of fact, let's do a quick little recap of the playoffs uh
Mhm.
shit last week.
Yeah.
Shit, what y'all Cowboys is Cowboys, they
They
sneak
cried me
up.
a river, to tell you the truth. But that was a good game, man. It was a low scoring game. I have to say, Cowboys defense is no joke.
Definitely.
No joke. But it's too bad they had Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott turned the ball over too many times, and he just couldn't make that play. And
Hold on. It's because of that? Is it was because of that San Francisco defense, man?
that too, but Dak turned them. I mean, I'm just saying both sides. Defensive was a defensive battle, bro, both sides, but Dak just turned the ball over. I mean, Brock Purdy didn't turn the ball over. That's another reason. Why
Okay,
didn't
I'll give one to Dak, but that one that ricocheted off the receiver, that
he
wasn't
should
Dak's fault.
he
He
should have
should have
You
thrown
caught
can't
that.
control those things,
He
yeah.
can't control
he
that.
threw it straight to
You can't
Ward,
bl- you can't blame it all on Dak.
When
He wasn't
when your goddamn receiver got butterfingers, you can't do nothing about that.
man. Yeah.
right.
Hey, Teeny in the building. Yeah, we're gonna drink some. Let me
That
drink
first
some
one, that was
watermelon.
like unexplainable. I was like, he got beat. His receiver got beat, and Lenore just came out of nowhere and just picked it off. And you still saw the Niners couldn't score after that because that defense was good. It was great. They
That
played
game was I
championship.
had
That
of
was
course I had the Cowboys win and they lost, but it was definitely a good game. But does that just goes to show the Tampa was just that bad because fucking Dallas looked like they was gonna be unstoppable in the playoffs when they kicked the shit out of Tampa.
And
well, I'm
every
not.
anything happens on any given Sunday.
Tampa been up and down all year. I mean, they barely made it to the playoffs. They struggled. It was a struggle for them to make it to the playoffs, and they got blown out by a lot of good teams that are in the playoffs too. So
I mean that division sucked this year. That division
Yeah,
stunk.
I
yeah.
still don't
It
know
was
how
a
they
bad
lost this.
division. It was just the best of the bad.
Yep.
Hmm, I guess. Hey, and Sean Payne is leaving that division, ain't he?
Sean Payne, he ain't
The
coaching.
the coach. You said what?
Sean Payne is not coaching anymore.
He wasn't coaching. Who the fuck was coaching
No,
the?
he was
Boy,
he
look.
was
He was the
coaching.
coach for the Saints, but
Yeah, he
yeah,
did coach for the Saints.
When the fuck did he leave from there?
like two
This is his
years
first
ago.
year away. It's his first year
Oh,
away.
okay. I was like, I know he was just recently fucking there. I know I wasn't tripping. Okay, well, yeah, he getting interviews. What team you think he make a great fit for?
I don't know, man. I really don't.
I have to
Let me ask
say,
you this: Do you think he could turn? Say, go to the. You think he could turn the Broncos around?
No.
I mean, it's looking like D'Amico Ryans is the top candidate for the Broncos, but I say Sean Payton might. It might be a surprise. It might go to Dallas. It might even though Dallas made it to playoffs, but I'm pretty sure they're sick of Michael McCartney. But it's been another rumor saying that about Carolina, of them going to the division rival Carolina. But the thing about that is the Saints are requesting a first round draft pick for him
Mm.
if he goes to Carolina because the Saints are still paying him.
I was about to say he's still in a contract.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's still under contract with the Saints.
Okay.
They're gonna want something regardless of where he goes.
Yeah, so can they even do that and make a trade for a coach?
They can.
Yes, they tried to do it with
They can.
Harbaugh one year. Jim Harbaugh.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I see. Didn't they have it in the NBA with Doc?
Yeah.
Then I've never seen a coach get traded like ever. That was like my first time ever experiencing seeing a coach get traded. That's crazy. But I think so. Y'all don't think Sean Payton, like, do you think Sean Payton can work with Russell Wilson? Like, you think he could get him back on track? You think he could do it? I think he could.
He could, but he would never get with the Broncos. And this is the reason why Broncos gave up too much to get Russell Wilson.
Mm.
They don't have a lot of capital. What are they gonna do with the season next year? You got people leaving the team. You got to pay your rookies. They ain't got no salary cap, bro.
What the hell was wrong with Russell Wilson this year? Y'all think? What?
I think it was a new system. I mean, he might have been assistant quarterback for Seattle or with Pete Carroll and stuff. I mean, look at Geno Smith's success. It might have been just the coach of the system.
The system, he probably wasn't ready for it.
Mm-hmm.
Needed more time.
I'll even say when he started in Seattle, he was the third string quarterback, and he worked his way up to the top when on his rookie year.
But he did his thing in Seattle, or was he just exposed when he went to the Broncos? Like, because there you go, he had a good system back there and out there in Seattle. So when he got to the Broncos, it wasn't like that. But as a franchise quarterback, you still supposed to fucking. How many touchdowns the nigga had this year? It wasn't a lot.
It wasn't a lot.
I think it was his lowest.
It was a horrible year for Russell.
I'm gonna say, did he even get in the 20s with touchdowns?
No, he didn't. That
is fucking horrible. You know what? You cannot be getting paid over $200 million and you don't even get in your fucking 20s in the touchdown category. That is ridiculous. I think he may have just been fucked up mentally. I think he's gonna turn it around. I hope he turn around. I really do like Russell Wilson. I don't care for the Broncos, but I like Russell Wilson, and I want to see the brothers succeed. But yeah, you can't be getting paid that much. You made them, give away everything to get you, and you go there playing like ass. I mean, but was there a better option than Russell Wilson?
At the time,
no. I was surprised they traded him. I mean, I thought they were going to go after Aaron Rodgers because the offensive coordinator was with the Green Bay, and
do you think Aaron Rodgers could have made a difference?
Maybe he's familiar with the system.
Yeah, he might be better fit because he had more familiarity with the system. Yeah,
I mean, but wasn't he going to get them near the same he had in the Green Bay out there?
Say again.
Wasn't he going to like them to have the same situation like that he has in Green Bay with the Broncos?
The Broncos, I mean, for real, I think really the Broncos have weapons. Like Melvin Gordon was not. I mean, he is a fumble machine, but he wasn't really fumbling like
that motherfucker fumble machine.
Yeah. The Broncos had a better receiving core than the Green Bay.
Jerry Jeudy's no joke, but he just needs to stay healthy. You got Sonny.
Who you gonna have compared to Jeudy on the Packers? Who's compared to Jeudy?
Yeah, nobody.
You ain't got nobody.
Damn, boys, it's a cold. Hey, I'm gonna ask y'all, do you feel like Cam Newton should be back in the league?
Hell no.
You think you said no?
No, stay home.
Why?
Back.
Why?
Yeah,
Cause he ain't got it no more, bro.
you don't think so?
No.
Usually, if we can't make it in Bill Belichick system, you're done.
I mean, Bill Belichick ain't never had a quarterback like Cam. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he had someone better.
Yeah, Brady.
Don't do Cam, bro. Like this is the thing. He had a bad year up there. Yeah, he did. And then you know what I'm saying? We thought we was back. We seen a little spark out there with Carolina. I thought he was back. Like he said, I'm back. And then they booty his ass. But you can't say it's 32 quarterbacks right now in this fucking league that's better than Cam Newton. So you there he is.
What's up?
What's going on? What's going on with you?
How y'all doing?
I'm good, man. How about yourself, man? We got Barry in the building, man.
Yeah, I'm doing good, man. Thanks for having me on here, for bringing me back. I appreciate y'all. It's good seeing y'all. Happy New Year.
Yeah, man. Happy New Year, man. Glad you could be back, man. Glad you could be back. Yeah, man. I was just telling them, like, I feel like Cam Newton need to be back in the league, man.
I don't know.
I don't know
about that. Yeah, I think that's the force, man. That's I
What's up, dude?
Nah, bro. Nah, I'm gonna tell you, bro. Cam, I don't know. I can tell you right now, there's a few quarterbacks that ain't better than Cam, but I mean, he been out for so long. You know, the league's forever changing, bro. I do think he can come back in, but
I do too. In the right system.
I disagree.
I think Cam get.
Yeah,
I don't think he has the throwing power no more, man.
Yeah, Cam
we
is
don't
done.
know that. So I think we all disregard what Cam was. I ain't gonna say that, but I think because we ain't seen him in action for so long, it's kind of hard to predict what he could do. That's like Kaepernick. There's a few quarterbacks that ain't better than Cap, but he ain't been in the league in so long that can he adapt to what we doing now? I mean, Rhino put Purdy in his top 3.
Yeah, I don't think Cat should come back. It's been way too long for Cat.
Nah, Cam is done, man.
Yeah.
I
mean, I don't even want Cap to come back.
If Purdy can get a job, if Purdy can get a job,
Purdy is balling though.
Purdy got a good system, bro.
He would have been back.
That's the truth. That is true.
Purdy got a good system, bro. What do you mean he's balling?
But he's still balling in that good system. You can't hate on that.
When you got a good system, it's easy for you. They're making his third string look like an all-star. And the minute he get that money and go somewhere else, let's see how good he is.
Hi. That's good too. Yeah, Cam a fashion model, but I still think he better than at least. I think he better than at least 20 quarterbacks that's starting right now. You know what I'm saying? And he'd be back in the league. All right, I'm gonna
Cam Newton?
I got some questions to ask you fellas, man. Let's get to some NBA talk before we get back to this football. I just had to, you know what I'm saying, so we have a little combo while we was waiting on y'all. The Memphis Grizzlies, bro, they're looking like public enemy number 1. Like it's like everybody in the league hate the Grizzlies. It's like, is it good that they the villain of the NBA? Does that make for good competition?
Yeah, it's good to for Dylan Brooks to kind of shut them up, and it's just, to me, they do all that cornball shit. But you winning though, so when you winning, you can have fun.
They're on a 4-game losing streak right now.
But they're winning games. That's the problem.
What's their record? They're like what, number 2 or number 3?
Number 2.
You know what
they're
it is?
Second in the West. So what's their record?
So you know what it is? They talking all that mess, but they never won it. They never won anything.
Okay, you're right. They haven't.
So that's why teams like the Lakers and the Warriors. I mean, we all saw with Shannon. We all saw that Shannon. That was funny as hell. That was a nice video.
31-17.
But damn, Grizzlies talk a lot of the young squad. They are talented. Don't get me wrong, but they talk a lot of shit for somebody for a team that has not won a championship. They have never been to a Western Conference final.
Nah, they have.
They've been to a Western Conference final. They have been to a Western Conference final now.
Mike Conley, Marc Gasol, Tony Allen.
No, I'm talking about with this.
You talking about this new team, this new young team, not the franchise.
Bro, you gotta go through the Warriors.
This current core.
Okay, this new core, they just now getting their mojo. Last year was a glimpse, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
why hate on them?
you know what I'm saying? So okay, what do they got to do this year? You know what I'm saying? Do they got to make it to the Western Conference Finals? Is it mandatory for all this shit they talking? Is it mandatory for them to make it to the Western Conference Finals?
They got to make it to the finals.
To win a championship.
They got to make it to the finals. I would give them.
I'm with my man over there on that.
See what I'm saying?
And get to the finals, and you'll get a lot more respect and a lot, you know what I'm saying, more credibility, you know, in this league if you come out the West and get to the finals.
So they got to come out the West and all this shit they talk.
Yeah, you got to win that.
You got to at least get yourself to the finals, and you give yourself an opportunity to win a chip.
Let me ask y'all: Do y'all think they could come out the West?
Nope. I think they can.
I think they can. I think their biggest threat. I think their biggest threat as of now. You know, the trade deadline is still coming up. You never know who's gonna make those moves. But I think their biggest threat as of now is the Nuggets.
The Nuggets.
They're playing too complete right now.
They're number one in the West right now, ain't they?
They are number one.
Gonna
have games up.
You got to think about it. Last year, the Nuggets didn't have Jamal Murray.
Right.
That dude's cold.
He's nice.
MPJ is getting his groove after coming off injuries and surgeries. Jokic is potentially having a back-to-back MVP season.
Okay.
That same Nuggets team you talking about, right? Got their ass kicked by the Lakers in the bubble.
You really count the bubble?
Yeah, I'll count the damn bubble.
We count that bubble gum game. Yeah, we are.
You really count the bubble?
Why not? Why do y'all say that? Cause would y'all be saying the same shit? So would y'all be discrediting the Nuggets if they had won in that damn bubble?
Yeah.
Yep.
Bullshit.
No.
Bullshit. Y'all just hate LeBron James.
No.
That's it. Y'all just hate LeBron James.
The bubble had dudes like TJ Warren.
Right, getting buckets. That dude was looking like an all-star and a superstar.
Dropping 50. Dropping 50.
Right, for real.
And then you got to think about it, bro. The bubble is much easier.
How?
You're not traveling. Bro, them getting on them flights from city to city every other day, that shit is a wear and tear on bodies.
Absolutely. Facts.
When you just got to hoop and then just walk back or get a shuttle back to your hotel and ready to play the next day, but that's easy. Only thing that was fucked up with them was mentally they couldn't see their family.
Right. They couldn't see anybody. Yep. They were isolated. They
were isolated. And a couple key players did not participate in that bubble.
Man, it wasn't nobody fucking important.
There was a couple athletes that said, I'm not going to do it.
Who important that would have made a difference in that damn bubble if they played?
Shit.
Exactly, nigga. It was niggas on the bench.
And then they played Miami.
It was nobody important that missed that motherfucker. So y'all can miss me with that bullshit.
I will say this. If AD, and this is what I hate about sports, because we always got to throw that if category in there. If AD stays healthy, we saw what he was doing when they went on a 5-6 game winning streak, or maybe even more. I may be a little lost, maybe a little more, but AD putting up numbers. To have him out there, they made a trade for that dude from Washington. From when I seen about his game before he got there, he's a stud. He ain't gonna be a key factor, but he's a stud. Stud.
He be good with that second unit with Russ.
Yeah, or he can be a good second unit. That's true. But AD's biggest problem is he don't like to play the 5.
Yeah, he don't. He not playing the 5 for no goddamn
Yeah,
body.
he likes to play the 4. Right. That's true.
Yeah, he not playing it. He not playing. He's. Not, I don't fucking know why. Because the game is not like how it used to be. You ain't really down there banging with them big bodies like you used to no more. Most of the 5s are 4s anyway. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like you got to just sit there back and post up on the block. You don't have to do that shit. We are in a new age of basketball. You ain't got to play like that no more. So I don't understand why you just won't just go down to the 5. And then you a good post player. The thing is, you're just fucking fragile. That's probably why you don't want to be down there.
Yeah, he don't like to bang down low. That's the thing. He doesn't like
fact.
that physicality and that contact because that wears and tears on the body, and then that's how the injuries come. And that's you know what I'm saying. That's how he gets banged up. And you know, when you get banged up in the regular season, that's gonna translate into the postseason. You won't be as fresh, and you know, and you won't perform as well, or even be on the court as we've seen him not even be on the court when the postseason comes, or struggle to be able to stay on there. So I think, yeah, that's definitely what it is, and I think why, you know, logically, you know, just thinking about why he doesn't want to play that position, that's, I think, what pretty much why he tries to stay away from playing, you know, the 5 is, you know, not to be able to deal with those, you know, physical bigs down there. There's not as many guys who, like you said, bang down low that are physical, but there are some guys that, you know, still play that way and that can still be able to, you know, score and be effective in the post that he would have to guard, you know, playing the 5. So, yeah, I think he, you know, tries to avoid that particular in the regular season, especially since he already has a, you know, injury history that's, you know,
yeah, the injury he got.
that's extremely long.
Yes, he is Mr. Glass. He gets hurt, but you're not banging
That's
with
why
a Shaq.
Bumpy calls him street clothes because he's
Yeah,
always
you're
on
not.
the bench. Street clothes, right. That's
Yeah,
what
but
he
there's no
does,
Shaqs in the
especially
league
in
no
the
more.
There's
playoffs.
no
And
more
then
Shaq.
There's no more
always
Shaqs.
come on the
There's
bench.
no more Ben Wallace's down there. There's no more Alonzo Wants. Like, there's no like really physical big men like there used to be. It's like that. That's actually down there, gonna be in the post, back you down, and boom on you. That shit is extinct right now in this league.
If you look at most bigs in this league, they don't look like what they looked like 15 years ago. Most bigs had a solid frame, kind of wide, and they weren't doing nothing more, nothing special. If you look at a lot of bigs now, tall, real skinny, trying to, bro, you got bigs like Bobo. You got bigs like Bobo.
Bigs these days gotta space the floor. You gotta be able to space the floor. So meaning you gotta be able to shoot. If they don't believe you can shoot, then that defense is not gonna worry about your ass. You know what I'm saying? If you cannot space the floor, you ain't gonna be in the game.
I think what's his name? Jalen.
Dude.
Jalen who?
Look at you.
Jalen.
What team he played for? God damn it.
Man, he's part of the Fab Five.
Jalen Rose?
Jalen Rose?
Jalen Rose,
He
nigga.
did not get his last name. He said it best. He would rather play in this league now because it's positionless.
Right.
Bro, think about it. Now, the point guards ain't the point. Back then, point guards controlled the rock. Jason Kidd, all them dudes control the rock. Bro, small forwards and power forwards are dribbling the ball up. Jokic is the fucking point guard.
Point center, Jokic, right.
Point center. You got cats like Bobo out here, boom, boom, from the top of the key.
Coast to coast, right.
Coast to coast, boom, boom.
Back then, it really was like unheard of because you have a Magic Johnson, 6'8" point guard. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit was like an anomaly. Now, man, everybody got handles. Everybody can do fucking every position. Can damn near do everything these days.
Everybody can shoot the three.
Mm-hmm.
And now teams are trying to tank for that Victor Wembanyama, how you say his name? 7 foot. He make Rudy Gobert look small. 7 foot, whatever.
Oh yeah, facts.
He like 7'4", some shit. But he gonna have to put some weight on.
Because you see what that skinniness is doing to KD. The injuries is taking him out.
Mm-hmm.
But when he's in the game,
so you think that's why he keeps getting those injuries? and not being able to stay healthy and on the
I don't
court.
think he's
Legs,
strong enough,
man.
dog. He's a walking stick now. He's hard as fuck to guard.
I think once
But
some
he's always
injuries,
been that his whole career.
I
once
know.
them injuries start,
And the
I think
older
that
you
shit
get,
just.
and the older you get, you gotta think about KD. He's like 30-something years old now.
34,
Mhm.
yeah, he's 34.
So you know,
yeah,
I ain't
he's
saying
getting
that ain't
up there.
old. That ain't old, but your body
It's
ain't
not old,
responding.
but
That's
you know,
basketball
it's like
old, though.
towards the end of your prime years, like in the back end of your prime.
Yeah, your body ain't responding like it was when you was 23.
Mhm.
Facts.
So I think with that, I mean, but that's the thing about Anthony Davis as well. It's like Charles Barkley spoke on that. He's like, whoever his trainer, his dietitian needs to be fired because this dude is putting up, he's putting on too much weight as a 7-footer. The taller you get, the more fragile your bones are. So this is like facts. You're putting up Anthony Davis. They bulked him up.
Mhm.
Think about when he was with Kentucky. He wasn't that big.
He was like slender,
He
very
was
Yeah, he
slender.
was like
Yeah.
mad skinny, yeah.
When he first came in with New Orleans, he wasn't that big.
He was still little.
The minute they start bulking him and bulking him and bulking him, it start causing problems with his ankles, his feet, his legs. That's too much weight for a guy of that caliber. That's too much weight that he has to carry. Like I
Yes.
already
It
said,
is.
Zion weight was gonna be a problem because them foot injuries is really fucking him up.
Mhm.
Right. That's why he barely plays games. Right.
So when it comes to Zion, because that's a big ass dude that's still
Big
like
motherfucker that
jump
can
out the
jump.
fucking gym.
That's the
So
problem.
do you think if you think him slendering down would that help him or would that make things worse?
I think it will help, but it will also take away from his game.
Because he uses his size.
And that's what Anthony Davis
Right.
don't want to go against. A guy of that caliber who is going at you, who is using his size, who is roughing you up, banging with you. But the problem is Zion can jump out that gym, and that is for a guy of his size, that is fucking fantastic. Sean Kemp. Sean Kemp
wasn't no big ass Zion though.
Yeah,
But
he wasn't as big.
Big
Yeah,
ass
yeah.
motherfucker.
He didn't
But
have
the
that,
problem is
that girth.
you're jumping that high, but you also got to come right back. Gravity is pulling you right back down as fast as you get up there.
Right.
But that's wearing and tearing on your ankles.
Right. And on the legs.
It's just I don't know, and I don't see Zion one of them people that can do that. Will have a good jump shot. I just don't see it.
Nah,
It will take
That's not
years.
his game. Yeah.
It will take years for him to develop a consistent jump shot. And this is a league for what have you done for me lately? And I don't think they're gonna really wait that fucking long.
Oh yeah. This league is hey boy, listen. What have you done for me? You said it right on the money. What have you done for me lately? But then again, on the flip side, I can also say that it helps athletes. Like look at Giannis. Remember when Giannis first came in the league?
He was little too.
Yeah, he
That
was
motherfucker
skinny.
was scrawny.
Yeah.
But he ain't overdid it. He got himself to like a good size. He ain't overdo the shit. He just put on a little bit of muscle, so he can do what he do. But he lengthy too. He know how to use his length. Like you know what I'm saying? He got them long ass arms that I could be at the free throw line to dunk on you. Type shit. You know. And he can, I can't really say he can space the floor, but he ain't afraid to take those shots.
But he's not hitting them. That's the thing.
Hell no.
Percentage and rate. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'll give him that he's taking it more and at least, like, you know, letting it fly more confidently than he was before. But he's not, you know what I'm saying? It's not at the percentage that it needs to be respectable. To be, you know what I'm saying, where you gotta close out on him and run him off that 3-point line or run him off his jump shot and stuff. So like teams are giving him that shot and say, hey, if they're gonna beat me, I'd rather have you shooting jumpers and you know, forcing you to make jump shots in the perimeter than to, you know what I'm saying, pretty much, you know, go to the, you know, rim and, you know, and go downhill and get to the cup where we know he can get there, you know, at will, pretty much with his like length and the athleticism that is, the freak athleticism that he brings to the table, and just being the way he's able to maneuver and get by defenders, particularly when he's in the open court, and in transition. Teams, know that as long as they don't let him get in transition and don't let him get downhill, and give him those shots, that's a way to slow him down. But like once in a while he'll hit him, but I feel like that muscle is where it affected his jump shot, because when you add more like muscle on, that affects the way you shoot, you shoot the ball and and your form and stuff. So I think that's the part of his game where it certainly affected, but I mean, he still is a great player and one of the elite and best players in the game, and was still able to win a championship and accomplish everything that he's accomplished in this league, and he's still in the beginning of his prime. So I mean, I give him credit on being able to be a dominant player without being a consistent jump shooter.
But here's the deal: when is he gonna develop? Because he ain't gonna be able to keep doing all that running and jumping over niggas now.
That shit can only last for so long.
I think he will sooner than Zion.
When will that jump shot start to be? It gotta start, because right now it's all good and dandy. Back up, even when cats back him up, like CJ said, he uses his stride. It's hard as fuck to stop him, because one thing about Giannis, he keeps the ball in the air. A lot of what pisses me off is I see a lot of kids that be 6'9", 6'10", can't even score on a 5'9" point guard. Because they bringing the ball down to their level.
Exactly, they bring it down mad low. Exactly.
Giannis is hard to rip him because he's already damn near 7 foot and he keeps the ball in the air.
Right. There's no way you stripping him once he keeps it in the air like that. He ain't gonna get stripped.
Okay, so let me ask y'all, man, because it's been motherfuckers always want to come up with something when somebody that they think is just so fucking fantastic, and you do a little something and now they pussy get all wet and shit. So Luka at the age of 23, they making this fucking comparison, saying that Luka, I'm gonna ask y'all, do y'all feel that Luka is at the age 23 is better than LeBron when he was at the age 23? I'm gonna start with you, Brandon. Go ahead.
Start with me? No.
Yeah, I'm gonna start with you.
No, Luka ain't better than LeBron at 23.
Why do you think they hyping this shit up so much?
They got the brothers doing that every year.
Right. So what about you? Okay, right now, go ahead.
And LeBron have two different play styles, so why is that even a comparison? Just because
they comparing because he controls the ball. He's tall. Even though Luka's a point guard. See, Luka's a point guard. Back in the gap, ain't no way in hell he gonna be a point. He gonna be a 2 or 3. But they comparing here how he is at 23, saying that he's better than how LeBron was at 23.
Well, he's clutch, but I mean, I would say that's the only thing that he has over LeBron. LeBron was not clutch at 23 when he was young, but Luka is definitely clutch. I mean, that's the one I'll give Luka is that, but he's not better than LeBron.
D, go ahead. What you feel? You feel Luka at 23 better than LeBron at 23?
No. And for you to say LeBron was not clutch at 23, he
wasn't clutch.
Mine.
No, it took him a while to be clutch.
He was not clutch.
And I'm not even a LeBron fan, but I'm
not clutch.
This dude has always been fucking clutch. Why do you think?
I was a LeBron fan too back then. He was not clutch.
Bro, he's fucking clutch. But the problem with y'all is y'all want to see this nigga hit every game winner.
That's clutch.
I can go back and watch the basketball
until like the end of his time in Cleveland. That's the thing. He never really hit one until
he can't hit the game winner. He never could.
Couple years that he was in Cleveland, right before he went to the Heat. Like that's when he actually started to be, more
same question, Barry.
Player and killer.
Same question. Do you think Luka at 23 better than LeBron at 23?
I agree with all the fellas. I mean, I can't really make a case and an argument that Luka is better than LeBron at 23. I think that's absurd and egregious. The fact that people think, that Luka is better than LeBron at 23. I mean, I think he's definitely, there's some parts of his game that, are better. I think, his jump shots better. I think that, they handle it, it's better. But are you talking about an overall player, like overall two-way player? Definitely got to go to LeBron because Luka don't really even play defense like that. LeBron's a two-way player and was dominant on both ends of the floor because, LeBron didn't really have a jump shot like that and he couldn't shoot the way that Luka could shoot and stuff, but he could, legit go get downhill and get to the cup at will, and he is as good of a passer as we've seen in this league. I mean, he legit just dishes out dimes to everybody. He's a pass first player. That's the crazy part is that he's not even a shoot first kind of player. He's always looking to dish it to his teammates first before he scores. And I think that Luka is more of a shoot first. He's a point guard. He's a ball dominant guy. LeBron's ball dominant too, but LeBron's more unselfish, and Luka's I feel like a volume kind of scorer. He takes a lot of shots in order to get and then score the points that he scores. So I think that there's certain parts of Luka's game that is better, but overall, it's preposterous and ridiculous to say that he's better. Just because LeBron was dominating on both ends of the court, and legit, he was even giving the Pistons, the Detroit Pistons, when they had.
I was just about to bring that up. I was just about to bring that up.
Rip Hamilton, Tayshaun Prince,
Luka couldn't compete with those niggas.
He was cooking them.
Luka couldn't compare.
See, and this is what people are failing to realize.
Think about the niggas LeBron has to fucking go through.
I'm gonna get there, D. This is what I don't hear in these conversations. One, today's game, these dudes ain't got no fucking heart. Back then, they wanted you. If you the best player, you gonna have to fucking show me. Mm-hmm. Defenders had heart back then. You really had to work to score. Look at the fucking game today. These motherfuckers are scoring averaging 130 points a fucking game. That shit was unheard of. You know what I'm saying? There's no fucking defense. It is up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. That's all you see. Up and down. All you motherfuckers shoot threes. Why you think so? It's much more rebounds there is now than it was back then because the game is just so fast paced now. You know what I'm saying? Rather than you really have to come down, set the tone, set the offense, and actually make some shit happen. But because motherfuckers was actually playing defense back then. There's no fucking defense today. I hate watching a game today. I love basketball, but I hate watching a game. All you see is a bunch of motherfuckers shooting threes, no defense being played. Or when that star comes, these motherfuckers get so star-studded and just want to, there go LeBron. Oh, there go Stephen Curry. Oh, that's why I love the Patrick Beverleys and people with type of players like that, because they like, I don't give a fuck who you is. You gonna have to show me who you are. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to score. You gonna have to do what you gotta do. But I'm about to make it fucking tough for you. There's none of that shit no more. That's why Luka's able to go out here and do what the fuck he do. And you can't touch him because these motherfuckers don't call a foul. You can't even look at him. Oh, that's a foul. You walk past him to win, but that's a foul.
Listen, motherfuckers be having 39 points, right? 39 points. They didn't shot 8 for 35. They didn't mention that part, but here's the kicker. Here's the kicker.
Volume scored.
Here's the kicker. These motherfuckers went 14 for 15 at the free throw line.
Free throw line.
Motherfuckers didn't shot.
All them fucking fouls.
15 free throws. So over half them points came from the line, and they felt, bro, you really cannot play defense. It's like
you got to actually move your feet. You can't touch them. You gotta move your feet. I'm sorry. It's like
you gotta think about LeBron went through. They was beating his, especially them Pistons. They did Rip Hamilton, Ben Wallace, Rashad Wallace, Tayshaun. But they like, man, hell no.
Was he around that? Hold on.
Yes.
Yeah.
LeBron came in the lead at what? 03?
03.
Yeah,
03. The Pistons won.
And that team didn't split to like 2006, 2007.
Okay, I remember.
No, like 2008, because I think they played against the Spurs in what was it?
Oh yeah, they got swept.
Yeah, then when they got swept, so it was like 2006 when they played against that Spurs team. Because 2007, that's when LeBron went to the finals and got his ass swept.
Mm-hmm.
Spurs was beating that, roughing his ass up.
Mm-hmm. And then this is another thing too.
And that's why he was so freaking worn down. By the time he got to the finals, he had nothing left in the tank. I felt like he was gassed and exhausted by the time he got to the finals because he had to go through the Pistons, and the Pistons were giving this man a beating on every single possession.
Yeah, exactly.
Every single play, they were, what I'm saying, beating that ass and wearing him down, right? Like that took a toll on him, and that affected him, when he got to the finals, where he didn't really have that much, left, left, because he took such a beating from the Detroit Pistons in the, Eastern Conference Finals. And that took, a lot out of him. He went off and stuff. Shoot, the Pistons, made him work for that, and they made him pay for that, since he really wasn't the same and wasn't that good in the finals, because, it took a lot out of him to get through the Pistons, because the Pistons were still, were really one of those physical teams that, they gonna rough you up when you play them. They gonna, bother you and be physical and, and not afraid to, make contact with you when you drive the lane. And LeBron pretty much couldn't really shoot, so he was always driving the lane, and all those big boys down there that they was, making him pay for that anytime he got in the lane.
Yep.
Craig, I do agree with you that that's why I don't like really watching the NBA as much these days, because there's not a lot of, really good two-way players that are like, really good on both ends of the floor. Like there's a lot of players who are one-dimensional, who are just really good at one end, but they're trash and they suck at the other end, or they just don't even try and give any effort on the other end, particularly on defense, because everybody wants to score. Everyone wants to be a bucket getter and, like you said, and shoot threes and be a three-point shooter. That's why you see dudes every other night scoring 50, 60, 70, like, just because everybody's all about getting the buckets.
Shot 24 free throws.
You know what? 20 points in today's game is the new average. 20 points a game is the new average of today's game.
Even 30 points is nothing.
Yeah, right. Ain't that some shit?
That's when dudes are dropping 40, 50, 60 every other night.
That's crazy.
Like 20, that's like it's a decent game. It's like you said, like an all right game. But it's what I'm saying. It's nothing really special. Nothing to write home about.
Right. Salute G5. Thanks for coming through, brother, man. Congratulations on 1,000 subs, my brother. All right, let's get to some football, man. Let's get to the meat potatoes of this whole goddamn thing. You know what I'm saying? Let's get back to some football. Now we talked a little bit earlier, but Brandon, put some respect on Jalen Hurts' name. God damn it. Put some respect on his name. You hear me? You see what he did to them Giants. He went out there and balled out 3 touchdowns, 1 for 1. Put some respect on that man's name. Do he got your respect now, Brandon? Or do he got to do it again against these 49ers?
No respect.
Nah, because you tried to shade him. You was like, nah, he ain't did enough, man. He got to, Yeah, you remember last week you said that? He went out there. He told you, put some respect on his name.
Do it again.
I just wanted to say that, but that's going to lead me into this. 49ers, Eagles. 49ers, Eagles. Woo!
So
Do you
maybe
feel? Do you feel that Jalen Hurts is going to? First of all, it's going to be. I know it's going to be a defensive battle. But how do y'all feel about the 49ers Eagles? You know that's your team. So I'm going to start with you, Rhino. 49ers Eagles, what's going on? Go ahead with your
man, this has
biased
been
ass answer. Oh,
so
G5, we
man.
appreciate
Anyway,
that, brother. We appreciate that.
this
We
ain't
at
no
that.
bias,
We almost
man.
at. Hold on, real quick, right now. We at the,
This,
almost at that
oh,
down wow. Make sure y'all hit that sub for. We 85 away, man. We pushing, man. We trying to get it within the next week. But my bad. Go ahead, Rhino.
oh, yeah, so man, this has been the clash that everybody's been waiting for all year in the NFC. I mean, two good teams. Like the Niners really did start off slow with the 4-4 start, and they haven't lost a game since the Kansas City Chiefs beat them. Yeah, whatever. Who cares? And then we got the CMC, so it's gonna be a clash. It's gonna be a good game, but I'm still gonna go with my Niners. But it's gonna be a close game. It's gonna be a close game.
You think it's gonna be another Cowboys Niners game with defense?
It might be high scoring.
Think so?
I'm worried about Jalen Hurts and our defense. The defense. Just Jalen Hurts is a running quarterback, and we always struggle with the running quarterbacks all the time. Especially
Dak was a running quarterback. Dak could run the quarterback.
Dak.
Fuck, he is
Not like that.
Not like
Jalen
Hurts.
Hurts. No.
Don't disrespect
no
that
one
guy.
there like Jalen Hurts. Don't you ever disrespect that man.
That's a different animal. I mean, Philly is a different animal. That defense is nice. They got a nice defensive line. That stout defensive line with the Dominican Sue and Levon Joseph.
Whoa. I ain't really been paying too much with the Eagles. I watch him here and there, but I don't really pay. Adamka Sue on the Eagles?
Yes.
Yeah, bro.
Yes.
He plays for the Eagles.
With Fletcher Cox?
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah, he signed mid-season.
Right.
Yes.
And Joseph.
And their DBs ain't no joke either.
Slade.
Young DBs ain't no joke.
Right.
Okay, Brandon, what you feel? Eagles, 49ers, who you got?
I'm gonna go with the Eagles on this one.
Okay.
I just don't think that Niners will having enough in them to even compete with the Eagles. Eagles playing too hard. They're playing too complete right now.
Okay. Shout out to Theo. What's up with it, Theo? What you got the score? What your final score is on that one?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
I give it 31-21.
31-21 Eagles. Okay. D. Eagles Cowboys. Who you got? Which score you got? What's your final score on that one? Go ahead.
Keep it J with you. I'm gonna go with the Eagles.
Okay.
And again, Brock Purdy being inexperienced, this is gonna be a lot of pressure on his man's shoulders. Now, Jalen Hurts is a good ass quarterback, and he's very mobile. He has an arm. He can find his receivers. Who he got? Who was it? AJ Brown?
Paul.
Yes, he does.
He was kind of like a little bitch last game, but I think Jalen Hurts gonna get him more involved.
Don't forget Devontae Smith now.
That nigga was I know. Let me just tell you, you got AJ Brown was crying like a little bitch last game. They blowing these niggas out. This nigga on the bench pouting. So that's poor teammate. That could affect him. And maybe the Niners can, expose that. Maybe trying to force it to AJ Brown. Probably throw a couple bad passes instead of just reflect to go back to Smith. Maybe AJ Brown ain't gonna block as hard because he mad because he ain't getting the ball. A lot can go with that receiver position. But anyway,
they prima donnas.
And I think the Eagles defense, just having that D line, can Purdy handle that? Because them niggas gonna be on him.
Hold on, he did good against the Cowboys, and the Cowboys got a hell of a D line too.
They do. But
you got Michael Parsons coming at your ass every down.
Purdy can't scramble. He can scramble.
I don't think so. But I got, to be honest with you, I don't think it's gonna be a shootout. I think maybe I'll say 28-17 Eagles.
28-17 Eagles. Okay, Barry. 49ers Eagles. Who you got, my brother? And what's your final score?
I got the Eagles on this one.
Damn, boy, Niners ain't getting no love tonight, huh? Besides Rhino.
It's cool. I love it.
No, I think it's going to be a really, really good and close game. It's going to be a physical hard fought, tough, you know what I'm saying, football game, man. These are two, you know what I'm saying, really teams that, you know, play, you know, physical, that, you know, play, you know, smash about football, that, you know, that bring it, you know, on both, you know, sides of the ball. And I think, you know, Philly does have, you know, the edge on that. I think, you know what I'm saying, you know, their running game, you know, is stronger, particularly since Jalen Hurts is healthy now. You know, and you know, a healthy Jalen
Yeah, he still
Hurts
got that lingering shoulder energy.
makes a world of a difference. I think that, you know, with them, their ability to, you know what I'm saying, be able to, you know, run the football and, you know, be able, and that will certainly open up the play action game. I think Miles Sanders is, you know, really good and really effective when Jalen Hurts is playing at his best. And I think that certainly, you know what I'm saying, that they'll be able to cause problems for that Niners defense, even though the Niners have a, you know, pretty good defense. I don't know if they can, you know, keep up with, you know, with Jalen Hurts and the crew, and be able to, you know, contain and stop their, you know, their running game enough and stuff. And then also, you know, you know, the receivers with, you know, AJ Brown and Devontae Smith, and can't forget about Dallas Goedert. He was a pretty good tight end. I think that, you know, those guys will be able to contribute and make enough plays in the passing game, you know, when they get, you know, their targets and opportunities to be able to pull out the win. And I think, like we talked about this, I watched that, you know, game, and I've watched a few Eagles games, and, you know, that defense is legit. That defense is big time. I don't think they really have, you know, a weakness, you know, from the D line to the linebackers to, you know, the secondary. I think they're all, you know, really good. I think, you know, they're gonna, you know, be able to really get to Brock Purdy and get some pressure on him early, but he won't have time to be able to get, you know, the ball to, you know, to his receivers. So I think this, and particularly playing in Philly in that tough, you know, it's, you know, a tough environment and tough place to play. You know, for, you know, for them, I think that, you know, in a hostile environment, as we all know. So I think that,
Philly is definitely a
you know, it's
hostile
another
environment.
advantage that they have. But I do think the 49ers will compete and will keep this game close. I certainly don't think it'll be a blowout. I think it'll pretty be
What's your final score?
a one possession game. So as far as the final score, I'm going 27-20 Eagles. So I think it'll be
27-20.
one possession. Will be, you know what I'm saying, a 7-point game, but they'll win by a touchdown.
I feel like the game gonna be like how it was last week. I think with like the Cowboys game, it's gonna be a close game. Gonna be a lot of field goals, but I think the field goals was gonna win the game. I don't really think it's gonna be no touchdowns. That's in my opinion. I feel like whatever team makes that last drive is gonna win the game. I really ain't got no dog, no, you know what I'm saying, no fighting that, you know, that battle, because I don't give a shit about neither one of them. But I just wanted to make sure Brandon knew to put some respect on Jalen Hurts' name. Now, woo, y'all ready for this? Y'all ready for this?
No.
Woo! I know, cause I seen what you posted talking about the Burrow head. Let me tell you something. Ain't nobody worried about Colin McCulkin stunt devil. Look, the Bengals, Chiefs, they calling me Burrowhead, being mad disrespectful to the damn Chiefs.
Let me tell you something, man.
Hey, I'm gonna say this. And Rhino, you might not like this.
Okay.
Whoever win that game, win the Super Bowl. But we got the Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes, Big Pat, number 15, MVP, against Colin McCulkin, Stunt Devil, and Joe Burrow. Bengals, Chiefs. I'm going to start with you, Barry. Who you got? And what is your final score on that game?
All right, man.
Make history.
It's definitely going to be a hell of a game, and definitely this is the game that I'm waiting for, as we all are. I think that the Bengals are going to win this game. I just what I'm saying. Maybe if Patrick Mahomes was healthy, and
he gonna do it with 1 foot.
Even when he is healthy, the Bengals have had their number every single time they played.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Not, what I'm saying. Oh, they've been able to, what I'm saying, slow him down and not, really.
You got the ankle injury too.
Let him play the way that he normally plays, and he's been making mistakes and turning it over whenever he plays the Bengals. So they're able to force turnovers, make plays on defense, and get enough stops, when they need to, to be able to win them. And then, Joe Burrow, what can you say about Joe Burrow? This guy's just a winner. He's a gamer. He's a guy that, what I'm saying, and, that steps up and, makes big time plays in big time games. And Joe Burrow is him. And I think that, he's certainly playing with a lot of confidence right now, as he should. I think that now that they're able to run the football, that opens up everything else offensively, because their passing game is already a problem with all them receivers. Chase, who the Chiefs can't stop, and he freaking gets busy and go and and freaking cooks them every time they play the Chiefs. T. Higgins is nice, he he can ball. Tyler Boyd, who I think is an underrated receiver, and he's a third receiver because it's T. Higgins and Jabbar Chase. He can ball and make plays too when he gets his opportunities and targets. And then Joe Mixon, it can also is a dual threat in that he can make plays in the running game and in the passing game as well, as we saw last week with him being able.
So you're talking the big stuff. So it sounds like you're going with the Bengals. You got the Bengals.
I am. I think what I'm saying.
You going with the Bengals? What's your final score?
After this week, and I think that the Bengals should win this game. You can never really count. What I'm saying.
I almost booted you up out of here.
Bengals play the way they play and do what they do.
Hey,
they should be able to win this football game and be going to a second straight Super Bowl if what I'm saying, if they play the way they do and execute on both ends of the ball.
Okay.
D, who you got, D?
That definitely. All right. First and foremost, you already know who I'm rocking with. You already know who I'm going with. So let's go ahead and get that out the way. Chiefs definitely winning it. So let me tell you.
Eyes right now.
Definitely.
Let me tell you why Chiefs are winning this. Granted, yes, we are 0-3 against the Bengals. I will say that's a bad look.
We heard you. We heard him right now. 0-3. We heard him.
But each game has been a 3-point loss. 3-point loss. It ain't been a touchdown. It's been 3 points apiece loss, which is a field goal, which means the last 2 times I remember the Travis Kelce fumble, that fucked us up right there, because that was towards the end.
Fumbles. I will say that.
That fumble was right there, and it was towards there, and they scored right off the rip. So that really hurt us right there. Also, I think the last time was the Pat Mahomes miscommunication interception. That hurt us right there too. And both of those was both towards the end of the game. The first game came down to a call that they did not make. So, okay, we got that. They did beat us last year to go to Super Bowl. That hurt. We getting our
the AFC Championship. Yeah, in your house.
Now, here's the case.
Hey, damn, we heard you ain't got to take it that far now. Go ahead, D.
Here's the case. When they did go out there, Eli Apple got snatched on by Cooper Kupp, but let's move on. So here's the case, right? They're down 3 starting offensive linemen.
And they still balled out last week against Buffalo.
They're down. Buffalo, weather conditions. I always say weather conditions. Bro, when it's snowing like that and Josh Allen can't find his players and overthrowing and shit like that and they can't catch, that takes a lot into consideration.
That's his stadium, though.
Buffalo.
Right.
But Buffalo, listen. Buffalo is down their greatest pass rusher, Von Miller. He makes a whole fucking difference. Buffalo does not hit the quarterback.
They've been playing without him for a
Buffalo
while.
does not hit the quarterback like that.
That's part
If
of the
you
game.
think you're gonna come in here with 3 starting offensive linemen down to the Chiefs, when you got Frank Clark,
Frank,
who is one more sack away from being third in all-time franchise, not franchise, all-time NFL history postseason sacks.
Stop playing.
You got Chris Jones, God help that he finally gets one fucking sack.
He gonna get it this game.
That's unbelievable.
Like last year, it came down to that. If he would have got that one sack, Joe Burrow wouldn't have been able to run for that first down, been able to score after that. That was a done deal. We bought them time. Chris Jones has to get a sack, and I guarantee he will.
Yep.
Don't sleep on Dunlap.
We'll see.
Don't sleep on Dunlap, who is also coming off the line.
And he's tall too.
And he's tall. Now we didn't have Watson last game that we played them. Still came down to 3 points. We didn't have that. So Jamar Chase was able to cook our smaller corners. We got that nigga back now.
We'll see. He gonna be.
We got that nigga. Did you see that one-hand interception?
I'm not even talking about how.
Did you see that one-hand interception?
You're not even talking about how.
Cool. I'm gonna make sure we saw that. So at the same time, counting all these factors. Now, granted, it's gonna be fucking cold, but we are at home, Arrowhead, dying for a rematch. Ain't no way we going 0-3. We will have Cole back,
motherfuckers. Brandon, who you got? Bengals. I'll go ahead. You finished?
No. I'm not done.
I'll go ahead.
We will have Cole back.
Mm-hmm.
Kadarius Toney is playing excellent. Travis Kelce is being the all-time that he is. And Pat Mahomes from the clips of practice, he is looking just fine.
I don't know. We'll see on Sunday.
Man, Kelce came a block.
Mr. James, you need to stay out of this.
Isaiah Pacheco is running like a block, though. No, I don't think y'all hearing me. Isaiah Pacheco is running like a beast.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't worried about him.
And then if we won't, Jared McKinnon is running like a beast.
Mm-hmm.
They'll lock him down too. I ain't worried about that.
Jared McKinnon.
So the fact that you think that taking all this consideration that they really about to come in, will it be a close game? Maybe.
Mr. James, Mr. James in the chat talking. Look, they whooped the Raiders' ass twice. They own their new Raider Stadium, but they ain't even beat the Chiefs in their own damn house. So this is why you should stay out of this one. But Brandon, who you got, the Chiefs and Bengals?
I ain't did my final score, CJ.
Nigga, damn, ain't didn't say your final score, nigga.
I ain't did my final score because now he got me hot talking about Joe Burrow gonna come in and do this all that. And I hope we cook Eli Apple's ass. I hope we cook his ass to a point where we make him delete his Twitter.
Mm-hmm. That ain't happening.
The last thing I need this motherfucker to come in here and beat us, dog. That's the last thing we need. So I think, bro, each and every game we played them, we led the first half. And then in the AFC, all we had to do was kick that field goal. We decided
not
to
worry about
but like Mr. James said, woulda, coulda, shoulda. You right. He like you said, woulda, coulda, shoulda. But at the same fucking time, I got the Chiefs because it's gonna be cold. 2017.
They can play cold weather too.
It's gonna be cold.
2017 KC.
He got a high ankle sprain though.
KC. And if the 49ers happen to win, they know it's gonna happen like last time.
And then ass like a thong.
Brandon,
what's gonna happen?
Brandon, what you got, Brandon?
I'm gonna take Chiefs on this one. It's gonna be a hard fight. It's gonna be a hard fight, but Chiefs gonna win this one. Give this one 38-35.
It's a high ass game, ain't it?
Yeah, both teams.
It's gonna be a high game.
So that mean ain't no defense. If the game that high, that mean ain't no defense about to be played. So hold on, with the game that being high, that means it's gonna have to come down to a defensive possession, right?
Watch out for Frank Clark. You motherfuckers better, especially with them three starters out. boy, that nigga about to eat.
Well, they're not out. They're questionable. They're not out.
Exactly. They're not ruled
They're
out.
They're
and
questionable.
if they come back, piss test them motherfuckers. If they come back, pee in the cup before the game.
So right now, who your hating ass got? I mean, who you got?
Y'all mentioned like I got like three factors right now. One,
go ahead.
Mahomes is going to be playing on a high ankle sprain. Y'all have not mentioned that, so y'all just gonna disregard that. Two, y'all gonna have to make history. Y'all are gonna have to make history to go to this Super Bowl because the Bengals have never lost the NFC Championship game in their franchise history. And three, I got the Bengals. Fuck you guys.
Hold on. You said they never lost. How many have the fuck they been to?
They've been to 4. This is gonna be their 4th one. They're 4-0.
Well, they 4-1 today. I mean, come Sunday.
So you're gonna have to make history. And so if they're 4, I don't see Mahomes losing to Burrow 4 times in a row.
Hold on, but you got the Bengals though. You got the Bengals. Don't backpedal. Don't backpedal.
Nah, I still got the Bengals though because you niggas talking hellish shit right now about my team.
Hey, but you realize, also keep in mind. Keep in mind, you got all these people talking about the Chiefs and talking trash on them, and look what happened every time that they talk about the Chiefs.
They've been talking about the Chiefs all year,
and they whoop their ass. Chiefs always come back and whoop their ass.
Mm-hmm.
Not the Bengals though. They don't do that to the Bengals.
They don't do it to the Bengals.
Well, they doing it now. Talking about Burrowhead. Watch.
Hey,
like
I want the
disrespect.
I want the Bengals because I want to kill this Joe Cool narrative that he has. And that pisses.
Let me tell y'all something. This all Colin McCoken's little traps that he sent home alone ain't about to happen to Arrowhead. They coming to bring the pain. You know, the robbers didn't get away in Home Alone, but they gonna get away come Sunday at Arrowhead. Y'all mark that. Y'all stamp that. You know what? You know what you're gonna be doing, Barry? You're gonna be watching the goddamn Chiefs whoop on the Bengals ass like they did the damn Patriots, because they at home right now. You know what I'm saying? The 49ers, y'all better hope y'all can get past the Eagles. And if y'all get past the Eagles, y'all will be at home because the Chiefs gonna whoop your ass too. Y'all better stop playing. Y'all so disrespectful. Because you know the Patriots ain't been shit ever since Tom Brady left.
It's just funny. The weapons that y'all talk about, we got the same weapons. We still got Debo Samuel and Brandon Ayuk.
And then let me address Mr. James in the comments real quick, because he been over there, you know what I'm saying, doing a lot of talking. Let me tell you something. I told you, Mr. James, that car battery is done. It's dead. It's time for a new battery because that car is trash. It gotta go. Take it to the damn junkyard. Do what y'all gotta do with it. You know what I'm saying? You know, it don't matter because the Raiders are similar like the Cowboys. They always find a way to get in their own damn way. So just stay out of this conversation until they can get a damn win. Because when it seems like they are doing good, what do you know? Here come the Raiders, then the Raiders, and they fuck up. Y'all ain't won shit since John Madden.
Find a way to lose. I say, look, the team ain't never been so good at finding a way to lose.
Find a way to lose. They just like they be up by 30 points. Here you go. Come on back and beat us, please. Constantly. We don't want to win. Here you go. Constantly. Well, man, go ahead.
I say fuck the Raiders. That's it.
But man, it's been a dope show.
No final score.
Oh, I got all right. So I got 24-27 Bengals because they're gonna beat y'all by 3 again.
Man, I got 38-0 Chiefs. Y'all got me fucked up. Nah, it's gonna be. I feel like with D score 27-10. I feel like that's closer to the score. You know, it's gonna be. Look, the Bengals gonna come out swinging in the first quarter, and that's all you're gonna see of them.
The Chiefs.
You gonna see them all night.
I'm telling you.
They ain't scared.
I'm telling you. Am I nervous? Yes. Am I nervous? Very.
I'm not.
I'm very nervous. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm very fucking nervous.
It's always nervous in the NFC Championship game.
I'm very nervous, bro. This game, because then after we get there, now we got to get to
only 2 weeks.
You know, hey, we got to get there.
They're gonna make it, like I said. But the winner of that game is the winner of the Super Bowl. Sorry, Rhino. I'm not.
All right, bro.
But yeah.
Oh, we could kill this Joe Cool narrative that they keep placing on him because they ain't no way Joe Cool. That's some bullshit.
Joe Cool, he's calling McCoken. He ain't no damn Joe Cool.
Oh, damn Joe Cool.
Joey Burrow.
Name's Joey B, bitch.
Joey Burrow. After this week, that's what they're gonna be calling that boy.
But it's all good.
It's cold-blooded, man. That boy is cold.
Ice.
Yeah, but I'm about to go ahead and end this, man.
My final score for y'all too. It's going like my boy Ronald said. They're gonna win by 3. Bengals 34, Chiefs 31.
Yeah, something like that.
It's gonna be another
whatever.
3.
I hear y'all, but
and Pat Mahomes throwing at least 2 picks, maybe even 3.
But he's
going to throw a couple picks.
About to have the game of his life.
Give him one, but he's
What's
gonna play.
bad ankle?
He's gonna surprise the hell out of
No,
you.
he tougher playing on it, trying to play on that sprained ankle though. I'll look at that.
Hey, don't forget, Mahomes played on worse. He played with no foot.
exactly.
He played without a foot. So this high ankle sprain ain't nothing to him.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna be all right.
It was something though. He was
It's not easy.
playing last week and barely beat the Jaguars. So
Put some respect on Mahomes' name.
Barely beat the Jaguars and played on one leg, on one ankle. I mean, he won, but you know they just barely got past that game.
Win's a win in the playoffs though.
Exactly.
It is. I'll give him that. It is.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what's up, man. I want to thank you fellas for coming through. I want to thank everybody in the chat for coming through. You know what I'm saying? For another episode of Sports Talk, man. It's been a good one. Make sure y'all hit that like button on the way out. If you're new to the channel, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you hit the sub. Hit the sub. You know what I'm saying? We 85 away from that 1,000. We're trying to reach that 1,000 out by at least next week. Come on, help a brother out. Come on, now help a brother out. But we about to get on up out of here. I appreciate everybody that came through. Make sure you catch us Sunday, Drunk Man Sunday. So you know we're gonna have some fun on that motherfucker. We got some good topics, man. It's gonna be a crazy one. It's gonna be ready to laugh. That's for damn sure. Like every episode.
Hey, CJ.
Go ahead.
Hold on. One thing I want to say. Didn't the Bengals barely beat a Lamar Jackson-less Ravens?
Yep. But they don't want to talk about that. But yeah,
that is true.
They don't want to talk about. They don't want to talk about that. But we're gonna leave that where it's at. Though we're gonna leave that where it's at.
Time to end that show.
Yeah, go ahead and check us out Sunday. Make sure you go back and check out the reaction. We got one coming tomorrow, I believe. We got one dropping tomorrow. We got some more dropping for y'all next week. But man, y'all have a good night. We see y'all Sunday. Have a good weekend. Don't drink and drive. Be safe out there. CJ, Michigan Up and Chest Podcast, and this is Sports Talk. And I'm out. I gotta get an outro because I don't know what the fuck to say. I'll get y'all on the next one. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.